Hi, this is Mr. Atkinson. I'm going to show you a quick tutorial how to use Studyisland. Studyisland is what your summer assignment is going to be through. It's going to be a review over what you already learned in your first chemistry course. Um, Open up your browser and head to studyisland.com. Once you get there, there's, just like every other website, a spot for a username and a password. And I already gave you a username and a password. I'm going to use an example of a student from last year. Don't forget the @HSHS with your username that I provided to you, @HSHS, then your password. And once you log in, this is something that you have access to. Our school purchased, and there's all kinds of studying you can do. You can get ready for your SAT through it. You can get ready for your ACT. Lots of great use here, but you're going to care about your classes because I've designed a class for you. So when you click on your My Classes link, you can see, for example, he had a different class. I just assigned him to AP Chemistry. Most of you probably haven't had to use this before. It's going to come right up with AP Chemistry. If not, change it. And you can see I have got all these different assignments. And your first thought might be, oh my goodness, this is a ton of work. But these are only 10 questions apiece. You can repeat them as many times as you want. By the end, the idea is you're ready to start day one with the knowledge brought out of your brain that you learned in your first chemistry course. So maybe I want to start working on the matter assignment. All I need to do is click on it. Once I click on that, that assignment begins. It's loading it up, and I've got the opportunity to start studying, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start studying, start preparing for this. If I am like, oh, I can't remember anything, I can click on this blue link, and I can look at the lesson. I can actually see what lesson it is that I need to learn about. And when I click on the lesson, it's just a real short tutorial over what matter is about. Giving you again that review you need to do well in our course. And again, you can go next through the lesson. Those of you who feel like you remember a lot of it, you might just want to go ahead and get started. It's totally up to you. I would encourage you to read the lesson first, but if you go ahead and click on practice mode and hit next, you can change your number of questions. You have to do at least 10 for it to recognize, but you can quit at any time. It just keeps track of the number of questions you got correct. So 10 usually is the default. I hit next. It's going to start asking me questions. So I'm going to read this, go through. Iron is an element. A chemist wants to separate iron from an iron-containing compound. The compound is a solid that crumbles easily. Which of these methods would be most useful to try? Now, I'm just going to go ahead and click the first one so you can see what happens. I get the answer correct. Chemically react the compound with another element such as zinc or copper. Basically what I'm going to be able to do is replace to get that iron out. Now, let's say I got it wrong a bunch of times. I can go to the explanation and it will explain to me what I can do, or explain to me why the answer is correct. Giving you, again, the big idea is the review that you're getting. And I go on to my next question. I'm just going to answer A again. This time I see it's wrong. Notice up here, now in this session I have a 50%. Then I'm going to go to B. Oh, it's wrong. C, it's wrong. D, finally I get the correct answer. Notice it doesn't change my score no matter how many times I get it correct. And I move on to the next answer. Again, I'm just kind of buzzing through here to show you as an example. Again, it says that I'm guessing. It's going to force me to wait 10 seconds before I'm answering. So that way I can't do that. When I've had enough, either I've completed my 10 or I'm done. I just hit end studying session, end study session. When I do that, it takes me back and shows that I have a 33%. Now, there's only a certain number of questions in the bank, so eventually the questions will start to repeat. You can take this over and over and over and over to improve this percent correct as many times as you want. And eventually you'll get to the point where you'll know all the answers just from the fact you've done them. Continuing to think, oh, I need to know why behind these. Or I could return to the main menu and be like, yikes, matter is way too difficult for me. So I'm going to, again, it says I'm incomplete. It doesn't say completed until you've gotten 70%. Hopefully most of you want to do better than 70%, and I can move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. You see, all these are due Wednesday, August 28th. If you wait to start when school starts, you will already be behind. It's the first sign that you're not going to do as well in our course as another student because we're not keeping up with our homework. Also, attached to the email that I sent you with your login and available on the web page is the summer letter. I'm just going to show you it, make sure we all saw this. If not, go back and look at the email. Um, the summer letter that I sent to you describing the class with my email address. You can email me if you have any problems with the login or any problems with Study Island as you're going through the review. Right now, the computer's just being a little bit slow pulling that up, but you can again see got our letter and some anions and cations that you need to be working on knowing, either from the patterns on the periodic table or just ones that are particular, like we see silver and zinc up here. They always have certain charges. Obviously this list has much more on it than what you saw in your first chemistry class. At the bottom there are some flashcards if you want to study them. We will have a test over this material the first week of school. Hope you have a great rest of your summer. Please feel free to email me with any other questions you may have. Thank you